Okay, so we are back with
Okay.
more teaching you fighting games in preparation for the big exam that is Evolution 2026.
The Ancient One has returned.
Yeah, so he's decided on his tag. He wants to be the Ancient One.
That was your idea, man.
It was not my idea.
You want Ancient 123? You had set up the website and all that shit.
I mean, I set it up, yeah, but you were the one. You were the one who said it. You know, Editor Chappie, play the clip. Roll back the clip from when he said it the first time, featuring this guy over here.
The Ancient Game Player.
The Ancient Game Player. Wait, that might have to be his tag. Hold on. You know what? Comment down below what my dad's tag should be for Evo.
The Ancient One.
Couple things before we get started on the YouTube channel. I took all the videos that we made previously and I put them into a playlist. If you guys are looking for the past parts, it's all in one place now. And as we keep going, I'm going to keep adding them to the playlist. Today, we're going to be talking about the thing that makes fighting games unique and also makes them so jarring for new players to get into, okay? We're going to be talking about motion inputs and special moves and everything surrounding that. Well, maybe not everything, but most of everything surrounding that. I mentioned in, I think it was part 1, that the most important thing you can do going forward, you know, if you're trying to learn fighting games, is to play on a controller that you're comfortable with. This is why. Because if you're not comfortable with your controls and, you know, you have to do some special moves and some crazy inputs, you're going to be miserable. Okay.
Fumbling over the buttons.
Yeah, you're going to hurt your hand and it's going to be rough. So, first things first when it comes to learning the execution for fighting games is to make sure you're comfortable with your control. Let's talk about the actual special moves themselves. Okay, there are a bunch of different types of special moves for the most part. Now, there are some exceptions, but for the most part, a special move is a move that, you know, exists on a character's command list. The input for which to do so usually involves doing a specific motion with your analog stick, followed by a specific button.
Now, are these specific moves specific to specific characters?
Yes. Each character has every character has different special moves. Some characters have similar special moves, you know, based on, you know, character lore or whatever. For the most part, each character has unique special moves. Okay. And the inputs to do so are usually unique as well. So in order to do a special move, you need to do a certain input with your joystick, followed by one of your face buttons, right? Usually games have anywhere between 3 and 4 different versions of every special move. Yeah, so
Of the same move.
Of the same move, yes. The way that works is most video games, most fighting games have a certain button layout that gives you options to do a light attack, a medium attack, and a heavy attack. And then like a game specific or character specific, like unique action. When you do a special move, right? When you do the certain input, most of the time you can do a special move for each different button that you have. So you can do a light version of a special move, a medium version of a special move, a heavy version of a special move. Okay. Certain games.
What was the fourth button again?
Fourth button is usually like a character specific or like a unique action.
Okay. So now is that different from the special move?
Sometimes. It depends. It depends on the character and it depends on the game. So when you do a special move, right, you're doing a certain movement with your left stick, followed by either light, medium, heavy, or whatever the unique button is for that game.
Okay.
Right.
So now this layout here in the corner here is showing you what you're doing.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me put it on the screen. So the game I'm using today, for demonstrations purposes, is Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. I need to finish my series on that. I'll get it out at some point, I promise. Now, I'm kind of blocking it. You see the little controller thing on the bottom? It has all the buttons on it and everything.
Oh, and it even tells you what it does.
It tells you what button I'm pressing, yeah. So right now I'm pressing my medium button. It shows on the screen. This is called a virtual controller. You'll go to your... In this game, it's called a character guide, but you're usually looking for a command list. And you'll see the different special moves here. I'll do something like...
Okay, now on that setup there,
Yeah.
face buttons is the diamond in the middle, right?
Yeah, it will be your light, medium, heavy, or in this game it's called unique.
So what's those four more buttons on the outside?
They're game specific. So this game has a dash button, which I don't have mapped, so I can't press it.
Maps.
I didn't set a dash button.
Oh, okay.
But the game does have a dash button. It also has a button for throw. You can see it here. I'm pressing
Okay,
the throw
DA
button.
is dash, BH is throw, VL is block.
Yeah, this game
and
has a block
SK
button.
is
Skill. This game has a specific button for your special moves, which makes it really nice for beginners. But we're going over the motion inputs, so we're going to talk about the inputs. I'm going to do a motion here, and I'm going to follow it with my light button. You'll see it does a little projectile. Go. If I do the medium version, it changes the special little bit. I can't speak.
go up. I noticed that you're going left down and you're going down into the middle.
Yeah.
What if you go up into the
That.
No. The opposite of what you were doing.
That.
Opposite of that. From there to there.
This.
Yeah, that. Oh, that's jumping. Okay.
If I press up at all, it gives me a jump. Yeah.
So you want to go down instead of up. Got it. Okay.
Well, the special move, it depends on the special move. Every special move has a different input.
Yeah, but I mean, just in your general fighting, you don't want to be jumping up in the air. You want to.
In this game, probably not. This game, you can get anti-air pretty easy. It depends on the game.
Wait, even in real life, if you're fighting, you jump up in the air, motherfucker catch up in your ass, and you be.
I mean, yeah.
No.
But it depends. It depends on the character, and it depends on the fighting game.
Okay, all right.
Dragon Ball is not a game where you really care to be.
Oh yeah, well that's.
It really does depend. Some games really want you to jump.
Yeah.
But it's
Oh yeah,
game
well,
specific.
like you said, game specific.
In a 2D fighter, jumping like this, you can get some cool stuff. But it's never really ideal.
Oh yeah, but the other one where you kick him off the fucking side of the world and shit. That one.
Yeah, that one
That one
jumping
you gotta
a lot.
jump.
You're
You
jumping
gotta-
a lot
yeah.
in like platform
You gotta
fighters.
jump in the air to get your ass back on the platform.
Yeah. So I'm doing a specific input that is, specific to Gran, and I'm following with either light, medium, or heavy. Okay. And I
It
have a
looks like
unique
it has
version
the
as well.
same effect.
It's the same special move. It's just there are some minor differences. Well, yeah. I mean, the point of a
Especially
projectile.
if you're close.
The point of a projectile is to, keep your distance and throw stuff at him. If I come up here and do this, I can get punished for that.
Oh, okay. Cause I'm like, it's my Kamehameha up in your face instead of miles away in space.
If I do it in front of their face and they block it, I'm still punishable.
Can they block it if you do it from far?
They can block it, but I can't get punished from all the way out here.
Okay.
That's why people use projectiles, is because it's far away.
Oh, okay.
That's
okay.
what makes projectiles safe, is being able to do it from out here. So let's talk about the actual input, okay? I go to the character guide here. You can see this first skill, Reagan Lave. You can see a little demonstration on the right.
With your projectile.
Yeah.
Can you launch your projectile as you going in the direction? Like, can you try to jam this motherfucker in the corner while you throwing projectiles at him? You're like, you see, you're over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And instead of just throwing the projectiles, as you throw the projectiles, you're running up in her face.
Every special move has a specific animation, and you're locked into that animation for the entirety of the special move. So if I'm throwing out a special move, I can't move while I'm doing it.
Okay. Because what I'm saying is you hit him and you move forward and you hit him and you move forward and hit him, you just come running at them.
I can't run at them like this is a gun and I can just start spraying while I walk. I can't do that.
Okay. That's kind of what I'm looking for.
Every button in this game has an animation where if you press the button and you do the animation
thing
and you cannot act during that, it's called lag.
no combo move.
I mean, you have combo moves in this game, but again, you're locked into your animations. There's a certain lag that keeps you from being able to move or to act while you're doing something.
And that's all about your speed.
It depends on the speed of it depends on the button. So certain buttons are faster, so I can press this and move, whereas other buttons are slower, so I have more lag.
Huh?
It depends.
So in the gaming arena,
okay.
like say an Evo,
Okay.
is the lag going to be really bad there, or do they do something to compensate?
if you're talking about like delay between like when you press a button and when the button comes out, most of the setups are pretty good about having as little lag as possible. But there are certain like things in place in the game itself to keep you locked to your animations.
So would a super system make a difference? Say like if you
No.
were doing it here or doing it at IBM or
It would make
or
it
at Evo, for example.
it would only make a difference in the time between me pressing the button and the button coming out. That's called input delay. That's the only difference that like having a different setup would make, as well as like graphical things. But when you press a button, it has a certain animation. That animation has a startup, which is like, you know, obviously the startup of the move,
Do one thing at a time.
and it has end lag. That end lag
One
is
thing at a time.
Yeah, one thing at a time.
Can
Fighting
it do
games
this?
are
Can it do that?
Video games in general are very limited as far as the freedom is concerned, and that's the only real way you can balance a fighting game, is if you put structures in place. For example, if every character could just like bounce off the walls and throw shit at you, it would not be
Tasmanian Devil.
it would not be a very good it wouldn't be a very fun game because every character is unbalanced.
Yeah, I get it.
So basically with this, in order to read this, right, you're looking on the left here, you have the motion that you're supposed to do with your analog stick. So you can see the direction,
The direction.
see the direction you're supposed to go. And you combine that with a button, right? So this one says you do this motion plus,
Smiley face.
so you either do that with your light attack, or you can do it with your medium attack,
Or your heavy
or your
attack.
heavy attack. That's how you
Okay.
read that.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's just
That's for the one special
out of
move.
blue.
That's for the one special move, yeah.
Oh, it's a special move.
This is a special move, yeah. So, I'll do the input, right, which was this motion. You can see it on the bottom left. I'm doing this motion, and I'm either pressing light, medium, or heavy, pretty much right after I do the motion. Okay. See it? If I wait too long, it won't come out. So you have to make sure that you press the button immediately after your motion. Okay?
And heavy, medium, light is just the power that's coming out.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay. I'm not throwing my phone again like I... No.
Playing them
not.
fucking stupid ass games like Mob Control and fuck, throw that shit right into my lunch bag.
Not doing it.
Great, man.
No. No.
I can't smash it against the wall or something.
No, you cannot.
I can't just like unplug it and throw it across the
No,
room.
you cannot. You'd kill somebody if you threw that. So, let's talk about what makes an input. Okay. I mentioned when you do your special moves, you have to do a certain motion with your analog stick. Obviously, your range of motion on an analog stick or on any stick is a circle. So, in order to do certain inputs, you're doing different parts of that circle. So, for example, the first special move I did, if you look at it in terms of a full circle, I'm only doing a quarter of that circle. So this motion is called a quarter circle.
And then if you go all the way across the bottom from left to right, it's a half circle.
It's a half circle.
And
Yes.
if you go all the way around, it's a full circle.
Yes.
You do a 3/4 circle too?
A 3/4 circle?
Hmm.
I guess. I guess. Sure.
I'm just, trying to make it simple for
It does exist. Yes.
Okay.
It has a different name,
Okay.
but yes, it does exist.
Yeah. So I'm breaking it down into ancient people's terms.
You're the only truly
but you
ancient
don't
person. So your range of motion is a circle, and when you're doing certain inputs, you're doing specific parts of that circle. The direction in which you're supposed to do that circle for your special move depends on which side you're facing. So, for example, with my projectile here, and with most projectiles, the input for it is called a quarter circle forward. And the reason it's called a quarter circle forward is because I'm doing the circle motion in the direction of my opponent. So, I take my analog stick, right? I start from a neutral position, I go down, and I do the motion toward my opponent. If I choose to do it in the opposite direction for a different special move, it's called a quarter circle back.
Now, are you always going to be on that side?
No.
Because if you're on that side, don't you have to reverse what you're doing?
Yes. So if this is a quarter circle forward,
It's a quarter circle back on the other side.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I come over to this side and I do the exact same motion, it'll be a quarter circle
See,
back.
I was sitting here thinking, like, now, do I want to go to the other side, or how do I get to the other side?
It depends.
Can they stop me from going to the other side?
Sure. If they really wanted to. Sure.
Just like me trying to jam them up in the corner.
Technically speaking, it really doesn't matter which side you're on, so long as you know to change the direction of your
Which
entrance.
direction you
Yeah,
go.
there's a corner on this side, the same way there's a corner on the
now
other
see
side.
what you just did? You just pushed her back in the corner.
Hold on, let me... Uh-huh.
You just pushed her back into the corner. Like, come here, bitch, I'm gonna fuck your ass up. Blah, 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 blah. And then you just unleash
Uh-huh.
everything you got
Okay.
on them while you just, and you push them in the corner and just, like, you know, bum rush them.
Okay.
And hit them with everything you got. Like, you know, like my crazy, rah, 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 you know, like every kind of combo that you can fit, you know.
Okay.
Even if the game does that work.
If
Is it advised? You know, I mean, you know, give me.
it can
because-
work if and only if your opponent does not have a controller.
Okay, if they allow you to push them,
If
into
they
the corner,
don't have a pulse and let you do something like this and let you put the beats on them like this, go for it. Hey, power to you. Okay? If you go to Evo and somebody in that tournament lets you do that, you got it for life. I'm not gonna lie. Usually, what usually is gonna happen is you're gonna try to do that, and your opponent is gonna be like, "Hold on, stop," and you have to actually play the game with them. I think what you're looking for, as far as playstyle is concerned,
That's exactly what I was. That was the answer I was looking for. That was exactly the answer I was looking for.
if you let somebody, if there's somebody decides to let you do that to them,
You-
yeah, it'll work.
You can do it, but it's not gonna fucking work.
You can try. Listen, if you get up to this point and your opponent presses no buttons, honestly, you might just be able to do it. To be honest.
Just for everybody here listening,
Uh-huh.
as a tax strategy,
Okay.
you throw a super heavy blast, especially if they're coming forward. You throw a super heavy blast at them,
Uh huh.
but you know you gotta have them closer to you,
Okay.
where
Like
you can
here.
throw it so close enough where you can throw a super heavy blast, and then run at them
Okay.
and go after them like that.
Okay. It can
Like, see
work.
how she put up the shield and then just like
It can work. However, if you're too close with your projectile or you know with what you're trying to do, it can still get punished because you still have you still have end lag to work around.
see, the idea is to try to I'm thinking like the A team, distract them with the you know, with the first blast, and then by the time they recover from the first blast or block the first blast, you're in their face. Then whack them up.
It can work, but it only works with really slow projectiles. Projectiles, especially in this game, are faster than you can move. And
And the
so,
other guy's gonna block it anyway.
and if they block it, they'll recover from blocking it before you get the chance to move. But some projectiles can do that. Like Terry Bogard's Power Wave is a prime example of one of those like sort of projectiles. They're slow projectiles that you can sort of walk behind.
Throwing shit out there.
It's a
in
play.
case
It's a
somebody
play
wants to
style.
ask the
It's a
question
play
and they
style that
can't.
works. It's a play style that works. That's why Terry is very popular, right? He makes it work, and Terry is also a good character on top of everything.
Okay.
But yeah, it does work. Sometimes that does work. So every input is based on your circular range of motion in a video game. Okay. If I do a quarter circle forward, I start at a neutral position, go down, and I just kind of, wrap it to the right. So we talked about the quarter circle forward. We talked about the quarter circle back. Usually they're two different special moves, and it depends again on which side you're facing. When you look at your command list, in most games, they assume that you're facing to the right. It's called player one side. They're assuming you're on player one side when they show you the inputs. Obviously, you'll have to adapt it if you're on the other side. But the default is people assume that you're on player one side.
But while you're training, you could train yourself.
Yes. I recommend you learn how to play on the other side as well.
Yeah.
Because it's unrealistic to say that you'll only ever see this corner for the entire game. Let's talk about what's known as a DP motion. So the DP motion is actually a little more complicated than your standard quarter circle because it doesn't actually follow the outside of the circle motion. The DP motion is a Z on your analog stick. So if I do forward, and then I come back to down, and then I do down forward, that's a DP motion. Then obviously I press my button. And then obviously if you're on the other side, you'll do it to the other direction. So still making the same motion, it's just in the other direction.
So, what
Thank
about
you.
those, I wouldn't call them combos. I would say like extended moves. Like
Extended
they
moves,
hit
what do you
more than one time. No,
Because
like
technically, this heavy fireball has more than one hits to it.
like you hit the more than, like it was a continuous blow.
Certain moves, certain buttons, certain special moves, have properties where it's known as a multi-hit.
Okay.
Where if your button has more than one hitbox, like for example, this fireball, I need to check. This fireball has one hit to it, right? But if I do the heavy version, it's a multi-hit. It has 3. Some buttons are multi-hits, other buttons
Okay.
are not.
Okay.
If you're thinking about
And you could do multi-hit with blows as well.
yeah, certain buttons are multi-hits. Like so like for example, my main Narmaya first standing heavy is a multi-hit. So you'll see it hits twice. It depends on the button.
That's exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah, it depends on the button. Some buttons just have multiple hits to them.
And not all the characters have that.
Not every character has a multi-hit. It's it's not the rarest.
Probably rare,
It's not the rarest thing in the world. But in this
but
game,
it's not common.
not exactly. In this game, at least.
Fair enough.
Most special moves have multi-hits. Like for example, this heavy DP is a multi-hit. Most like heavy DPs. Most DPs are multi-hit in this game at least.
And you can't like blast her off the screen with that?
Off the screen, no, not in this game. Not in this game. There is technically a 2D fighter that can have you break the stage. It's called a wall break. But that's Guilty Gear. It's fun to watch though. Guilty Gear is really fun to watch. But anyway, that Z motion is pretty much used exclusively for your DPs or pretty much any reversal special. Some characters have that sort of motion, but the special move isn't invincible, so it's not technically a DP. See what I'm saying? So Zoe, for example, is famous for not having a DP. So she does have a DP motion, like a special move with that motion. I'll show it to you here. That's it.
Whoa.
And it's a two-parter, right? So she goes up with it and she goes
And
back
she got
down.
a shield there with her?
She does have a shield. That's the wrong button. So you'll see it has 2 parts and it does sort of have that anti-air property to it. However, it's not invincible on startup, so it's not technically a DP. See what I mean? It does have invincibility frames.
Well, how does she get to it if it's not most?
The invincibility? She doesn't have it.
Oh.
Technically speaking, it is invincible. She does have some iframes to it. But with most DPs, they're invincible on the first frame, like the first instance of that button,
Oh, okay.
called frame 1 invincibility.
Oh, so but her shit is not invincible, so it's not really a DP.
It's not invincible on frame 1. It's invincible, I think, on frame like 4 or 5,
That means she's got like 3 frames to get her ass kicked.
right before the invincibility. Yes,
Or what is that called? Counter?
you can
or-
counter hit her. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I got you.
If your button comes out before that first frame of invincibility, she can get counter hit. There are other DPs they're called reversals because you can technically still use it as a get off me. But because it's not invincible on frame 1, it's not technically a DP. So they're just called regular reversals.
Okay. Reversal.
You can get caught out there, yeah.
But with a DP, you can't get caught.
You shouldn't be able to get caught out there. However, if they block it,
Oh, you can't block a DP.
you can block a DP, You just can't counter hit a DP. Yeah, you can punish them. If they block it, they have a lot of time to punish you. Okay.
Now, punishing, is that what I mean when I would, like you said, you had time to punish him, like when he's coming down from the air? Is that what you mean by punishing him?
Yeah, you have all
Like,
the time. If you
like
hit him at any
Show
point,
up their button or whatever. And,
yeah, I
and
guess
throw them, swing around like that. And throw
that's okay. That is an insane option to go for, but yes,
that just sounds like ridiculousness.
that does sound like something you would. Oh, hold on. Let me write that down. 'Cause I might. So after the hitbox comes out, if I'm stuck in an animation or whatever, I get hit for it. That's a punish.
So now, does it matter if you do any damage with that, whatever you did?
Not necessarily. There are certain buttons that are punishable on hit. If I hit them, they can just hit me right back. Yeah, those are not very good moves usually.
Wow. How do you figure those out?
Trial and error.
Get your ass whooped.
You get
okay.
yes, yeah. That's how you figure out
like
most.
fighting in the real world.
That's how
Get
you
your
figure
ass
out
whipped.
most things in this game is by losing. Yeah, so some
Okay.
buttons are punishable on hit. Other buttons, like your DPs, are punishable on block. So if they block it,
Then they can punish you.
I'm getting punished for it. Yes. That's the kind of things you look for when you have a lot of experience and you know, okay, well, is this button punishable or not? You look to play for those sorts of things. Okay.
So let me ask you a question: is there like, could you put out like a guide as to the, your joystick motions, like which directions they're supposed to go and what they do? You understand what I'm saying? Like a little cheat sheet for people.
Like a flow chart?
Yeah, like
what
you
is-
said, like your Z will do what, or your half circle will do what, or your quarter circle will do what, your 3/4 circle is called this and it does that.
Well, the inputs, I could put out a guide on the inputs and what they're called. That's kind of what this is.
Mm-hmm.
But because every special move is different, I can't say for certain that every quarter circle forward is a projectile. Or every DP is a DP.
Okay, that's okay. What I'm talking about is the specific, because we're talking about people that don't know what they're doing.
If we're talking...
People like me, like telling me, okay, well, if you want to go this way, you do this motion. If you want to go that way, you do that motion.
I can do that.
Like what you just did with me.
I can do that.
On the quarter circles and the half circles.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter what, projectile. We're just talking about the actual...
The inputs themselves, yes.
The actual inputs.
Yes. That is what this video is.
I know.
That's what we're doing. We're doing it right now.
That's something that you could like put on hard copy.
Yes.
You could push that out to people.
We're doing it right now.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, well, I'm sorry.
This is when this video comes out, you'll have your hard copy. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're doing we're doing it right now.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm just, old and, I feel print out and go to work and study while they're at work.
So we talked about your quarter circle forward, right? We talked about your quarter circle back. We talked about your DP motion. And again, if I'm on the other side, I just do it to the other direction. Same thing applies. I can't do a DP input for the life of me. Hello? Hello? Thank you.
That's just something you gotta do.
Yes.
You gotta play with that.
Yeah, that's practice. That's something you have to practice.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Like everything else.
Like everything else.
I got my fighter's gloves.
Yeah, so when you play fighting games, the most important thing you can practice is the execution on your special move. And that's something you could practice forever. I still have to practice my inputs.
Yeah, because it's a muscle response.
Yeah, it's muscle. It'll be muscle memory by before you know it. Okay, move. Oh wait, hold on. Move. Yeah. Oh, you didn't set your button. We talked about your quarter circles, right? So can you do a quarter circle forward? Okay. Go too far back. Start from neutral and just go down, straight down. Down and then roll it up to forward. That's too far. There you go. Like that.
It's just not easy to do.
Press your button once you get to the right or left. Like that. That was a quarter circle back, but that's quarter circle forward.
Whoa.
No, that was good. That was good. That was still a quarter circle. That was just the medium version of the same special move. There you go. I've been doing this for a very long time, so I can... Most of my inputs I can get out really fast.
Wow, that's...
So let's talk about... I think this works, right? This should work. Surely this works. Yes, okay. Let's talk about charge motion. Now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's when you run up, when you bum rush a motherfucker.
No. A charge input or a charge motion basically means, you know how the motions we've talked about so far, you're holding forward and then a quarter circle, that kind of thing. The charge input is when you hold a certain direction, hold it for a certain amount of time, and then you flick in another direction for your... now.
It's like...
Sort of.
I mean,
Okay. Sure. Yeah. So Charlotta here. She's what's known as a charge character, meaning her inputs are charge
any
inputs.
bigger than that?
No.
That's why she got an antenna on her head?
She's in her 30s, though.
That's why she got an antenna on her head?
It's not an antenna, it's a crown.
That's an antenna.
It's not an antenna.
The energy comes into her head and she can shoot it out into her.
No. She's a charge character, which means if I hold a certain motion,
she'll build up a charge and then she releases it.
And that's what most of her special moves are. So I'm going to do her DP.
Can you whip her ass while she's charging?
Sure.
And does that deplete from the charge that she's
She'll have to
building up?
recharge. So if I do her DP...
So you can basically keep her from charging if you whip her ass enough.
Kind of, yeah. However, most charge inputs is like you're holding down or you're holding back. Right? Most charge inputs are like hold back for a while and then press forward. Or hold down for a while and then press
Is it a
up.
projectile or is it just...
It depends on the special move. Depends on the special. For example, if I do Charlotta's DP, Holy Ladder is what it's called. Why are you cooking her, bro? So if I do her motion, right? The motion, you know how your DP is that Z motion? Her DP is if I hold down for a little bit, and then I press up, look at her go. When I press up, I'm pressing the button at the same time. So I'm holding down for a little bit. You see my controller. I'm holding down for a bit. And then I'm pressing up and then light, medium, red at the same time. Here we go. See it?
Whoa! Okay.
It's got a lot of hits to it. So I didn't charge for long.
That's a multi-hit thing we were talking about before?
Yeah, it's a multi-hit. Yeah. With your button.
But not every character has that.
Nope. Only specific
Just
characters.
like her and...
Charlotta specifically is a charge character.
Specifically.
It's a character
designed
archetype.
to do that.
She's designed to have these charge inputs. And this is what happens if I hold down and then I press up. If I hold back and then press forward, it's a different special move. Those are just Charlotta's
but
specials.
she just rolls through your ass.
Yeah. So this one, I hold back and then I press forward with my button. Hold back, press forward. Look at her go. Okay. Technically speaking, if I hold something like this, see it in the corner there.
Where?
Right here. See this input I'm holding?
Where?
This white circle is where my joystick is.
Okay.
If I hold this, I'm holding down and back at the same time.
Now, is that charging?
Yes.
How do you know?
How do I know it's charging?
Yeah.
There's no visual representation of whether or not she's charging. Just know
Okay.
that whenever she's hitting down or whenever she's hitting back, she's charging something.
Okay. So straight down would do the same thing?
If I'm holding straight down, I'm charging my DP, yes. This is a charge, this is a charge, and then in between is also a charge.
Okay.
Technically speaking, right here, I'm charging both special moves.
Okay.
Because if I just go, if
and
I go
straight back is one and down is the
straight
other.
down is the other. If I go up from here, I get the DP. If I go forward from here, I get the other thing.
Ooh, I like that.
So it's really hard to pressure a charge character because if I come over here, I'm holding down back because you have to hold back to block.
Mm-hmm.
And while I'm blocking like this, I'm also charging my DP. It's an added benefit to having a charge DP. Whereas if you wanted to do any other DP, you'd have to do the Z motion, and it kind of can get messed up, and it's risky.
Steps to it.
Yes. That's why people like these charge champions, because they can do stuff like that. Okay. Oh, I get to talk about command grabs. Yeah, let me talk about command grabs.
Ooh, the grabs where you take them and throw them.
Let's talk about.
No, that's a different game, right?
No, I mean most fighting games have a grappler archetype. Character that focuses on command grabs.
What was that game we played where you used to take and grab and throw them and
No,
kick
you
their
can't,
ass
okay,
up?
that you can't do. That's more of a beat 'em up kind of game. This is Ladiva. Ladiva is a grappler.
Look at
Now I want you
WWE
to just look at this input for this first one.
Dual resort screw. What?
Just look at the input. Look at the motion here. You see it?
What is that? All the way around?
That's a full circle.
A full circle, left, right.
Full circle back, technically. If I do the full
Where
circle,
do you start? At the top?
you start from a neutral position, you go forward, and go all the way around.
But backwards.
Yes.
You go forward.
I don't think they have a... Oh, they do.
And throw them up in the air.
It's a different move.
What the fuck?
It's a command grab.
So if you're picking a character,
Mm-hmm.
you should go through this.
Yes, you should look through the command list and see what you like. Yeah. Now, command grabs and, grappler moves in general are pretty strong. They do a lot of damage. Okay? They go through your block because it's a grab. You can't block grabs. And, they do a lot of damage when they connect. However, look what happens when I whiff this. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Look how much time I have to, look how much time I have to punish that. Look at how slow this is. That's the trade-off for a command grab, is while it is really strong when it connects.
And what button was that?
I did a full circle motion for this special move.
Oh, that's just it, a full circle.
When you have a character that has a command grab, like Ladiva here, they have a lot of end lag, which means if they miss, you can punish them like crazy.
It seems like even if they grab you,
no, because when you get
counter to that.
When you
grab?
when you get grabbed, you kind of have to hold that because I can move before
there's
them.
no counter to the grab or anything.
The only way to get out of a grab is to jump.
And then you'd have
least
to
in this game.
anticipate before.
You'd have to know he's gonna go for the grab. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's one of them indefensible moves too.
Yeah, that's a good luck. If you don't know how to play against a grappler, it's really hard to play against a grappler.
I could imagine.
But that motion is called a full circle. Full circle, right? It's not a half circle, not a quarter circle, full circle.
Where do you start?
Usually you start with forward. So you're starting in a neutral position, you go forward and you go all the way around. You can technically start it from anywhere because it's a full circle. But the easiest
full
place
circle back would be just that.
would just be in the opposite direction.
Would you ever use a full circle back?
Depends on the character. Some characters have that. Yeah.
Huh.
When you go to your command list, you'll look at which inputs you have. If they have a full circle back, sure.
It seems like you answer the same questions over and over again. And I'm asking the same questions over and over again.
So there is a certain input in this game, and in a lot of fighting games that have grapplers, where you do 2 full circles on your analog stick and press a button for the special move.
And what does it do? The move.
Most of the time, it's a super move. So it'll cost you
a planet or something.
It won't a planet.
I don't know. You said super move.
A super move is pretty much a move that costs like a certain amount of meter. Usually 100% of. You see up here how it says 100%. A super move in this game would cost 100% of that meter, or like a lot of damage.
Like half of your life.
I wouldn't say half. Maybe in this game it's half. This game is scummy like that. But
Scummy.
the amount of damage your supers do depends on the game and the character. This is a command grab super, which means, you know, it's a grab. I don't even know if I can do it. That's the wrong thing. Damn. I got it. This is the 720.
The fuck?
It's a super, so it has an animation
A
to it.
wrestling ring? wait. Where the fuck did all that come from?
It's a super.
Okay, I see the rest of the belt and the Hulk Hogan. Okay,
He's a wrestler. Most grapplers are just wrestler characters.
But that's a girl.
Yeah, she's a grappler.
Oh, show me again. That was crazy.
That's the wrong thing. Whoop. There we go. It's a super. So, obviously, the input is kind of a regular special move input, but on steroids because it's a super and it's super strong.
Whoa, that one really caught me off guard.
It's a super.
I expected some crazy shit, but not that.
I need to make a video on supers because every character in this game has a super. Okay?
What do you mean?
Every character has a super move. So if I go to the pause, you'll see it here.
So that guy with the sword has a super move?
Yep. In this game, they're called Skybound Arts. Every character has at least two. Well, don't read the name. Yeah, it's a maximum wipeout.
Why not?
Most supers have an animation attached to them. Because they're supers, they're supposed to be cool and cinematic and everything. Most of the time, when you're doing a super, the input for that super, because it's still technically a special move, is like a regular special move, but the difficulty is increased a bit more. Because it does more damage, it's supposed to be bigger. Okay? So for example, the Grappler champion right here, right? When they have a regular command grab with their 360, right? The way to increase the difficulty of that would be to do two 360s. And that's what a 720 is. And most of the time the 720s are reserved for your super moves. Now if I go to Gran here, Gran doesn't have any command grabs like that. Right? So what does he have? He has his quarter circle forwards, he has his quarter circle backs, right? So his super, right, is just going to be a harder version of that, which is just two quarter circles. See how that works?
In the same direction.
In the same direction. Yeah. So if I want to do Grand Super, you know how he has his little quarter circle forward? I'm going to do two of those. Okay? That's the wrong thing. Whoops.
Can you do one forward and one back?
Now, there it is. Two quarter circles really fast. It'll give you your super. Most of the time, you do have to do it really fast for the super.
And there's no button differential for that.
What do you mean?
Like you can't do a light, medium, hard.
Nope. It's only the heavy in this game, at least. For most fighting games, like a game like Street Fighter, it doesn't actually matter which button you press, just so long as you press a button. In Street Fighter, you know you have your 3 punches and your 3 kick buttons. If you want to do a certain super, you have to do the input plus pretty like any kick button or any punch button, for example. It depends on the character. But it doesn't matter if you do, heavy punch, medium punch, light punch. Doesn't matter so long as it's any punch button. In this game specifically, I need to press the heavy button. Any questions on the motion inputs? That's pretty much, those are the basics of motion inputs. Again, it takes so much practice.
And you practice with the little screensaver thing there, or
Screensaver thing?
the little guide, or
With this?
yeah.
I keep this on when I play this game. I keep it on. Because when I do my combos, I look at it to make sure I'm doing the right
And
inputs.
it can tell you buttons. Oh, that's nice. That's cool. I like that.
Most games have a virtual controller.
So you don't have to look. You don't have to look away from the controller.
You don't have to look down to know what you're doing. Yeah.
Because you can see what. You,
See it all there.
that's cool.
Yes. Hi guys. It's Editor Chappy again. And you know what that means. I'm here to record an outro. You guys know the deal by now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment down below with things that you want me to teach my dad. Subscribe for more videos about my dad and also not about my dad. Evo is right around the corner. I'm super excited. He seems to be super excited. So, yeah, that's it. Bye, guys.